Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about the making of this beautiful bucket hat. If this looks like what you would love, keep on watching and let's get into the video. So this is the fabric I made use of. It is a reversible bucket hat. You can make of two different fabric if you want to. So this is the calculations that I've drew out here. What we need basically is our head circumference, and mine is 21 inches. So go ahead and measure your head circumference. And this cap has the A part, B part and the C part. So to get the A part, you divide your head circumference by 6.28. so mine is 21, so 21 divided by 6.28 gave me 3 point something, like, and I approximated it to 3.5. So to get the B part, you divide your head circumference by 2, and I did that and I got 10.5 inches. And then to get the C part, you divide your head circumference by 3.14, and I got 6 something something, so I approximated that to 7. So these are the three calculations we'll be needing. So our A is 3.5, our B is 10.5 basically, and our C is equal to 7. So we'll be cutting out this pattern using our answers. So this is what it is looking, the calculations are looking like. So let's go ahead and start cutting them out. So to cut out the A part, which is 3.5 inches, I'll use this pattern paper to cut it out. So all you need to do is to fold your pattern paper into 2 and then further fold it into 4. So we are measuring 3.5. okay, don't forget that. So what I'll do now is to check if this pattern paper will be enough for me. So it is enough, and I just refolded it, and then from this tip, that folded edge, I'm going to mark 3.5. so I'm marking this 3.5 all the way around. So I'll mark it all the way around this pattern paper, and then I'll connect the dots together. After connecting it, I'll add just 1/4 of an inch around this pattern paper as well. So now I'll go ahead and cut this out. So this is what we have for the A part. So I'll just label this as A. And then to get the B part, I'll be using this pattern paper as well. So the length is 10.5, right? So I'm going to measure 10.5, which is here. And then after measuring the 10.5 like so, this depends on how wide you want that part to be. So I just marked 3 inches. Okay, so you can make yours more wider or lesser. So I'm using 3 inches wide. Okay, so I'll just connect it together, and I'll make sure that that 3 inches stopped at that my 10.5. do you get? So after measuring it like so, go ahead and add 1/2 inch all over this pattern, just like this, and then we'll cut this out as well. So this is the B part, and we'll be cutting this on fold on our fabric. Okay, so don't worry, I'll show you what I mean by unfold. And this is the third one, the C part. We'll be cutting out 7 inches. So now I'm going to use this pattern paper. So I am not folding this pattern paper at all. So I just place my tape at the tip and marked 7 inches. And I'm going to mark this 7 inches all the way around the pattern paper, just the way you see me doing. So after marking, I'm going to mark out the length, okay, how wide I want it to be. So I want it to be 2.5 inches wide. So I'm just marking 2.5 inches all the way around the pattern paper. That's for the wideness. And then I connected it. So after connecting it, I will add 1/2 inch stitching allowance, because I'll be using it to turn the other part of the cap. I'll explain later. So I added 1/2 inch, and I'm also going to add 1/2 inch at the top, because you'll be using it to join the part B. Okay, so go ahead and add your 1/2 inch. and then I'll just connect all the dots together, and this is what we have. So now I'll carefully cut this out as well. So we'll be cutting this on fold. Okay, we'll be cutting it on fold. So I'll be using these 3 patterns to cut directly on the fabric, and I have cut it. This is what it is looking like. So we'll go ahead and start joining. So we'll first of all join the A part with the B part. So I'll just take one piece of the A and one piece of the B. Like as I said, it is a reversible. You can make use of 2 different fabric. So what you need to do now is to find the midpoint. Okay, you can iron this instead of notching. So I folded the 2 together and I notched it, okay, just to get the midpoint. So I'm going to attach it right side facing right side, and midpoint touching midpoint, and then I'll pin it down. So I'm just going to pin it down for the purpose of this video. So you just pin it all the way down. Okay, from where you notched, you pin it down to the other side, and then you pin the other side as well. So I'll pin this other side. So if you watch these videos this far, kindly give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section if you'll be trying this bucket hat. So after pinning the 2 sides, you are going to leave like 1 inch. Okay, so you leave like 1 inch, and then you stitch it all the way to this other side, and you also leave like 1 inch. So that 1 inch, you won't be stitching on it. Okay, so after stitching, this is what I have. Can you see that I have like 1 inch that I left unstitched? So this is the C part, and we'll be joining it to the A and B, and then it is also on fold. So I'll open this up and you can see what we have when I open it up. So this is what it is by unfold. So now I'll place it right side facing right side, and then I'll stitch it all the way to the other side of the hat. So this is how I'm going to stitch it all the way around. So after stitching it, this is what I have. Our cap is gradually coming out, and this is what it is looking like. So now we want to close the open sides of this cap, and to do that, all you need to do is that 1 inch you left, you just hold it like this. Can you see? And then you just stitch on it just like a bit using 1/2 inch. You just stitch on it and just stop somewhere around there. Okay, just stitch on it just a bit. So after stitching on it, this is what it is looking like. When I put my hand, you see that there's an opening. So you go ahead now and close this opening carefully. Make sure that your seams are flat. So you just go ahead and stitch on the opening. After stitching on the opening, you will now close these parts all the way down. Okay, so after doing that, this is what I have. This is what the cap is looking like for now, looking so beautiful. And this is the second one. Like I said, it is a reversible, and this particular one has a sticker at this side. Can you see? So what I'll do now is to place it right side facing right side, just so that it will be one piece. So you place it right side facing right side, and then you go ahead and stitch on it. Make sure that the 2 stitched parts are aligning. Okay, just the way you see me demonstrating, and your seams should be flat. Okay, you just align them like this, and then you go ahead and stitch it all the way down, but you will be leaving just a small side, okay, so that you'll be able to turn it out to the right side. So you just go ahead and stitch it all the way down and leave a small opening. So this is what I have after I was done stitching. Okay, look how beautiful it is even looking like. So now I left a small opening like I said, and I'll carefully bring this out to the right side, and this is what I have after I was done. It is looking so beautiful, guys. So this is what it is looking like. You can go ahead and give this a good press. Okay, you take your time and give it a good press so that all the edges will lie perfectly. So go ahead and close up that opening you have. After closing it up, I'm going to make stitches around the cap, just all around it, and I'll make sure that my hands are straight as possible. So go ahead and do that. It is optional though. So I ended up making 3 stitches, and this is what it is looking like. So beautiful, guys. You have to give this a try. Okay, it's so lovely now, especially now that the sun is a bit hot. So guys, let me know what you think about this cap in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.